blast on this motherfucker.
This is another new Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper.
Chicago, man.
Okay, so what we talking about today is Steve Harvey's visitation to the Trump Tower.
Yeah.
Is he a coon?
And Kanye bitch ass too.
Or is he not a coon?
Him and Kanye a coon. Fucking Kanye think he
Kanye a
motherfucker
coon too.
coughing and shit, dyeing his hair blonde. Fuck ass nigga. That's why Jigga cut his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Steve Harvey, that's that coon shit, man. You sit out here and you talk all this pro-black shit, and then you say, I mean, I can understand, you know what I'm saying? Not all white people are bad. And I'm going to tell you something, too, America, I'm married to a white woman. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, not all white people is bad, true. But when you got motherfuckers like Trump, come on, man, you can't back that shit, man. That man sit there, he talk all that shit.
It's obvious that the man is very, very racist. And not only that, his origin is German. That's his origin. He's a German.
A Nazi.
He's a damn Nazi. He have the inclination of Hitler.
Yeah, I can believe that.
His views, his concepts, all of that is directly in a negative way towards anyone non-white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think about his views on Muslims, Donald Trump, along with the fact that Steve Harvey went and visited this man?
I think it's biased. I think it's discriminatory.
I think he's trying to take his fucking money and use influence on certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, in these days and times, everybody needs money to survive. And I'm thinking he lining motherfucking pockets. Talking about, look, if you come down to talk to me, we can talk over some things. He's a businessman. You got to think, he's not a fucking, I mean, politicians lie too, more than businessmen, but he's a businessman first. He gonna make the deal he got to make. So if he sit there and call Steve Harvey in, he gonna tell Steve whatever the fuck he think Steve wanna hear. Just like he did with the election. He telling all this shit, oh, Mexico gonna pay for the wall. Now why the fuck we gotta fit the bill?
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with no Mexicans. They come here the fuck out.
He backtracked it. Now he said they're gonna reimburse you on the end of the deal.
Shit, reimburse my motherfucking ass.
I think Trump is a master con man. I think Trump,
he is a con man,
was ushered into the position he was in, and I think the American people should come to the realization that Trump is going to try to steal the democracy from this country.
Say what?
I say the same thing, man.
Trump is going to steal democracy from America.
He already stole it when you think about it. How the fuck Hillary win by 100-some odd thousand votes? But all of a sudden the Electoral College got to say so on who the fuck they won in there.
I thought the Electoral College always did.
Evidently they did. Now, kid, that's why I keep telling people.
Well, how come the people didn't know that?
I'm not mad that I'm a felon that I can't vote. Because my shit won't count no way. Yours don't neither, evidently. You know what I'm saying? She won by 100,000 votes, and she's not in there. What the fuck does that tell you? Niggas can't be that fucking stupid, man. Y'all can't be that stupid.
What is the use to have a voting system that at the end of the process is dominated and overruled by Electoral College?
But we've been knew that. I know that all my life.
No, the Electoral College.
I didn't just find that out. Did you just find that out?
Actually, yeah, I did. Cause I was under the impression that the Electoral College.
So who kept you in the dark? So who kept you in the dark?
Most popular vote. If the popular vote was Hillary, I figured the Electoral College would back that and inaugurate Hillary. You know how to use their own motherfucker.
You know how to use a condom, right? Who taught you that?
Me.
All right. So why didn't you teach yourself about Electoral College?
I ain't gonna lie, because I trusted what I heard, and I trusted what I learned from that shit.
You know you could have asked me.
I could have. I would have got it straight raw. I mean, but I could have. You know what I'm saying? But I trusted
I don't think that a lot of our people was in the dark behind that. I think they was reluctant to challenge that system. Not that they didn't know, because obviously we knew.
If they knew, watch this now. I'm subscribing to the fact that our people mostly didn't know. Because If they knew, then they could answer this question. Where do you go to change the shit? The highway? With a goddamn protest sign? Where do you go in front of Trump Towers and scream, fuck Trump? Do you kidnap or do it take 4 black people to kidnap a retarded white boy to do it? I'm trying to figure out, where do you go to change the electoral college?
You see,
is that what Steve Harvey was talking about?
See, one can be aware. One can be aware and reluctant, but be aware.
Exactly.
So whose fault is that? Is that the government's fault?
You know,
is that the school's fault? Or is it your parents' fault that was supposed to teach you that at home?
It's systematic.
Yeah, let me touch back on what you just said. What can we do to change it? Pretty much, at our standpoint, at our level of finance,
You see that beige building back there in the background? In front of the city hall?
This one.
That one right in front of the city hall where the white smoke is coming from.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
what is that building and what do they do in there, sir?
City Hall.
I ain't say City Hall.
You said it with the smoke.
In front of the City Hall.
In front of the City Hall.
That beige building right there. So now, if our people knew about the Electoral College, then they would know where to go to change it.
But
so what is that building?
That's why I wanted to touch on it. Think about it, bro. Think about it. They already got a system set up to where, you know what I'm saying, evidently what we want, we don't get. You know what I'm saying? Votes. And like I said, racism, it exists, but it exists at a certain level. If you are under a certain tax bracket or poverty level, racism don't exist.
That's
everybody fucking broke.
You sound like Lil Wayne, my nigga.
No, bro.
You sound like Lil Wayne.
Everybody broke. Everybody in the same boat.
Hold on. Lil Wayne don't remember how George Bush didn't respond to the Katrina flood?
Well, now, that's racism because he ain't got to never worry about that shit.
Wait a minute. All those rich black millionaires was flooded down there too. Ain't nobody come get them.
Because them niggas didn't care.
Because they don't care about niggas with money.
Let's get to the solution of this.
The poverty level.
Let's get to the solution. I impose this right here. This is what I impose. I impose national sanctions against the American government. Shut down these stores. Don't pay their money. Don't go in there and buy that stuff,
You think blacks gonna do that?
Yeah, and I know that's asking for too much.
Let me show you. Let me show you how it's gonna work. Watch this out.
That's how you shut it down.
What time you got?
How are y'all doing out here? You see anybody respond? Well, what you think they're gonna do out?
I know it. I just do it out there.
It's wishful thinking, right?
Yeah, do it out there. Because I know that's the only way that you can shut it down. Economically. That's the only way you can shut it down. The same thing they do when they impose sanctions on countries that they consider as misbehaving.
But you know one thing they do when they misbehaving? What is the narrative that they spin, Aki? They say that country or that ruler or that king has lost his moral right to what? Rule.
To rule.
Now, our question would be to our people. Have the government of America lost its moral right to rule us?
Oh, yes, it has.
Then go in and speak on that, Aki.
Yes, he has. Our government is no more longer about democracy. Our government is about dictatorship.
Okay.
It's about control. All you have to do is look at Trump and his cabinet. Everyone on his cabinet is filthy rich.
Steve Harvey on his cabinet, ain't?
Hell no.
No, he
no niggas allowed.
Get down with them.
Yeah, no niggas allowed. No niggas allowed.
Did you see the video of the mayor in a county in Detroit where he said his daddy told him only 2 niggas allowed at the party?
Oh. No, I ain't seen
that. Oh, they coming out the woodworks, right?
Yeah.
So again, America has lost its right to rule. Then why is Steve Harvey visiting? And again, before we lose our subject, why is he visiting Donald Trump? Is he a coon or is he not a coon?
He's a coon.
What the hell is a coon?
He got to be a coon.
Explain to me what's a coon.
I was trying to call that man radio show so bad because I was going to blast him, and the one question I was going to ask, what the fuck did you and Donald Trump talk about? Since it's supposed to be public knowledge and you so real to the people, what the fuck was that conversation about while you come out chinning like a fucking Cheshire cat? You know what I'm saying? After you come down out the elevator, when you was on your show, we cannot let this, your country motherfucking ass, man. That man probably decided to put $200 million in your motherfucking pocket and you sucking his dick. Man, that's some fuck shit, bro.
Okay.
That's fuck shit.
What is a coon, man? For the audience, because a lot of people hear this word.
To me, a coon is a motherfucker that runs with his people when it's conducive to him, but when he got the line in his pocket, well, I mean, they just homeboys. No, it ain't that serious. That's some coon shit. When you go run to the white man like he's supposed to be your savior because he the fucking white man and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was he? I mean, if you talked all that shit on your show, why'd you go see him in the first place? And he didn't feel like he could make it public. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't feel like he could make public what him and Donald Trump spoke about, because he's not a politician, so it's not like he got secrets of America that he can't speak about. Why you can't tell us what you talked about? If it was just a simple meeting. Okay. Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was that meeting about? Because Kanye just as crazy as a motherfucking bedbug, man.
So on your perspective, Aki, what is a coon from your perspective, Aki?
A coon is a compromising, soft, illegitimate individual who has no strength inside, paint an outside picture, but nothing going on in the inside.
Damn right. An empty shell.
And they dance to the tune of white supremacy?
Do they dance to it?
Shit.
They dance to it.
They dance the jig. They break dance. Man, they do a wop to that motherfucker.
Look, they beat the drums. They play the guitar. They play the music. See, one thing about our people, man, when we was let go out of slavery, when we supposed to have been released from the bowels of slavery, when we, hey, Jiggy, what's going on, baby boy?
What up, babe? What you doing?
When we supposed to have been released from the bowels of slavery, right? They didn't tell us this here when they let us go, right? We ain't had shit. So what we had to do, we had to turn around and come right back to the very people who enslaved us.
What you mean? We ain't had no home to go to in Africa?
We had no home, no food,
Wait a minute.
Nothing.
If we came from Africa, nobody from Africa came looking for us?
No. Evidently not.
When John Hawkins.
Evidently not.
When John Hawkins, who was the first slave trader who sailed in the Mayflower to the shores of Africa and grabbed a handful of people.
This was in 1555?
And sailed this butt back over here. America said, Lord, we see an opportunity to get rich off of free labor.
Yeah.
So, I know we switching from the Steve Harvey thing, but this is a good switch, right?
Yeah.
If John Hawkins set up a trading post in the continent of Africa, who was he trading with?
Kings and queens.
So what was he trading?
Human beings.
So what religion was these traders that traded?
I believe the whites was Christian. Yeah, the whites was Christian.
Come on, drop the bomb.
Yeah, they supposed to have been Islamic.
Yeah, and the brothers were supposed to have been Islamic. I mean, the Africans were supposed to have been Islamic. You know what I'm saying?
So why would I go back to a slave-making religion? Or is it a slave-making religion?
Think about it before.
So then, are you telling me that those so-called Muslims that sold us, were they coons also?
Well, we need to know.
You know what? In those days, I believe it was more about greed. You know, because they was kings and queens.
Well, isn't a coon about greed?
Well, we need to know.
True.
That we need to know that we can't even step foot in Africa right now. They'll kill us.
Yeah.
Well, I think they would kill us for the same reason they killed our ancestors. Because watch this. Our ancestors that did not believe in Islam, if they rejected it at that time, what happened to them, Aki? with their motherfucking heads, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if we go back now, it's off with our heads?
Of course.
Then back then it was off with our heads. So what changed? Absolutely nothing.
The only way, man,
that's some ill shit how you brought that shit around there like that. That's some ill shit how you brought that shit around.
That we gonna be able to gain any momentum in this country is we hit them people economically. Shut down on them, man.
It sound good.
Yeah.
It sound good. Yeah. But let me show you something. Watch this. I'm gonna do it again. How y'all doing? Did anybody speak back?
No.
All right. So that's gonna be your response
initially. That's just the days and times that we live in, man.
Right.
Everybody for self, and that's the way that the government made it like that. Like, motherfucker, you make sure you eat. Don't worry about that motherfucker.
So the shit is about. It's a culture of coons.
No, I can't really
say that. A coon is selfish.
Well, that's
a coon is all about their self to the point that they are not really about their self anymore.
That's true, too.
Because when you be too selfish, you ain't even thinking about yourself.
Yeah,
it's two kind of slaves. There's a field Negro.
And a house.
And that's a house Negro. See, the house Negro are talk to you and I and be down with the struggle, and then turn around and go to the master and say,
them niggas out there playing in the coop.
Planning to kill you, master. They planning to kill you. They planning to overthrow you, master.
Now that to me is what a coon is. That's the exact definition of what I believe is a coon.
Do you think that's what Steve Harvey and Trump talked about?
Yeah, if I'm honest to God, no,
them niggas are playing.
It was along that lines. It was along those lines. And I'm telling you, Steve Harvey, if you fuck around, and I believe this, if you check his bank statements and all that shit, that man got a lump sum or something after he talked to that motherfucking man. Because there's no way you're going to talk to him free. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm a street nigga, and I done been through the rough and been through and I done seen, I've been up, I've been down, and I'm going to tell you something, bro. Unless you have a certain amount of money to where you can bring other people to think the way you want, like Donald Trump got, you can't really bring about too much change because everybody wants something for their time and services. Nobody wants
we would have to pay our own people.
What you gonna give me?
We would have to pay our own people.
All of us to get better. The fuck we gonna get out of it?
You better bet it that conversation that they had, right? There was some monetary gain in there.
Exactly.
That conversation that they had, first of all, which was in secrecy.
Right, because we all didn't hear the conversation.
You know, you just seen when he came out the moment elevated Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he didn't look too happy to me. What you think?
He looked like he was a confused motherfucker, like, I can't let on to Trump.
Right, because his wife,
but I got to let my people know that I'm still down with him, so I'm going to make this face that we know, like, yeah, nigga, but motherfucker, you was in that motherfucker for a minute talking to him.
Trump might have told him, said, nigga, if you don't get down with this, goddamn it, I'm going to skin your ass alive.
Yeah, we're going to
But I ain't heard. I think his wife said, I think he's scared of his wife. You know what? Don and them, they asked Steve Harvey, was he going to the inauguration? He said he ain't going because his wife said he can't go. So the wife ain't no goddamn coon.
Yeah.
Is she a coon? Is she?
No, I mean, evidently from that answer, I wouldn't believe that she was. You know what I'm saying?
So is Steve a coon? Again, is he a coon?
Is he going? He said his wife said he can't go, but you see this nigga.
So does that mean he wants to go? And the only reason why he don't go, like most of us men, we don't want to hear our wife mouth.
Yeah,
I believe that too.
Because you know your wife mouth is worse than hell.
Yeah.
Even with that right there.
Word.
If you don't go because of that right there, then he really is a coon.
This has been another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. No doubt. Hey, man, y'all got to come back. We got to do part 2 after he show up at the inauguration.
Yeah.
No doubt. Big up.